just a little more in that era. Your grandparents lived near you, right?
My grandmother on my mom's side, she was by herself by this time. She had lost her husband.
And what was her name?
Sophie Wiedemeyer.
Sophie Wiedemeyer.
But my mom had, from an earlier husband, was Veering.
Your mom?
My mom.
Had a first husband?
No. My grandmother's first husband was my mom's father.
Oh.
Was a Veering.
Oh, okay.
And
then she became a Wiedemeyer.
No, she never became a Wiedemeyer. She
Not your mom, your
not
grandma.
my grandmother when she married a second husband, married a second time.
Yeah.
So I had one uncle Veering, and I had two uncle Wiedemeyers.
From your mom's side.
From my mom's the three brothers.
Oh. And they all lived in the area?
They all lived within about a half a mile of it.
Oh my.
Oh yeah. In fact, one uncle lived about 8 doors down the street from us, on the same street. And the other one lived with my grandmother, which was about 3 streets over. And the third uncle, he lived on the hillside just above my grandmother, which was 3 streets over and then up on the hillside. So
yeah,
that was, and he was the go-getter. He was the real entrepreneur, so to speak. He started out as a cabinet shop, and then he branched over into building ice boxes, showcases, display cases for produce and food and so forth.
Yeah.
In fact, many of they're probably gone now because it's been a long, long time, but for the longest time, every time you'd walk into a place like a butcher counter or something like that, where there was a refrigerated showcase, you'd look and it would say Veering on it. So anyhow, he went ahead, he's the uncle that he moved down to Newport Beach and had a house on the back bay, back in the back channels in there, and later had moved into Costa Mesa, inland a little bit. We didn't like that because we didn't get to go down, swim in the channel and play with the cousins and all. Then he went out and bought a good portion of what's now Salton City, on the Salton Sea.
Why would he do that?
Well, at that time, it was when it was just exploding. That's when, before they realized that there's going to be long-term problems there. But he owned a considerable amount of that, and the last I heard, his daughter, my cousin, was living in Indio down there, and we got by and saw them years later. But anyhow, that was pretty much the extent of my mom's side. Dad, he was from Minnesota, part of 9 kids, and they had a farm in Garfield, Minnesota, a little place outside of the town of Alexandria. And one uncle was living there when the last time we were there for the 50th anniversary of my grandparents in 1948 or 49. And then we stopped by and saw the families back in 1954 when we were driving out with the new car that we'd gone to Detroit, or gone to Lansing, Michigan, actually, to pick up the new Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
But we had in Southern California, we had one aunt was in Crestline, one aunt was in above Montrose, Topanga area. And then an uncle that was down in Vista. That was when he was Vista. He was raising chickens or raising eggs. Actually, he wasn't raising eggs.
These are all Andersons.
These are all Andersons. Yeah. Again, the aunts, they were Kearns and other things. But anyhow, we kept in touch.
What's your dad's first name?
George.
George, that's right. And your mom was Marie?
Marie Sophie. And my dad was George Herbert.
That's right. Which is Curtis's name?
Curtis is
George Curtis?
George Curtis Anderson.
And then Gerry Herbert.
Mine was Gerry Herbert. And which was Gerald John Franklin Anderson.
John Franklin?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Not quite sure. Whether,
The milkman.
well, there was some funny deal like Jerry. I never could figure out where'd that come from. But Mom said it was a doctor's name, a doctor that she had either worked with or she went back to work after getting us kids in school, and she'd worked with doctors in vitamin preparation and so forth.
Oh, interesting.
So she went back to work with them, but she knew doctors and actually being involved in that type of thing.
We probably better take a break. It's so interesting. I love asking you about it, but we'll quit for now.